All right, this is the courts of the Lords of the Expanse. Still kind of long, but this is part 13. Uh, I wrote this introduction, but the very first thing that I put here are recaps. I don't know if we want to do the normal recaps. We don't have everyone here, and the only person, actually, we should, because the only person who stayed, who was here for the last mission, um, who stayed all the way to the end, because I just sort of imagine Rim doing a little bit too much whiskey with his uncle, sort of nodding over and falling asleep. Maybe it's maybe that was an impact of or an effect of his Quanet syndrome. Maybe not. Although it is a good excuse every time Rim gets too drunk or something happens.
Yep. That makes
So the
sense.
only person who saw through the last mission is Katira. So maybe Katira, could you give us a little recap here
Um,
from what Katira remembers of the mission or Katira's perspective?
yeah, so more and more people kept showing up. I kept announcing them, like, oh, so and so from Fancy House, such and such, and their friend, this and that. And then somebody showed up with Rusty's old girlfriend, Lulu, um, who apparently everybody else had a little bit of history with as well. And Rusty started to have, the cold sweats, which you couldn't quite tell because he always looks a little moist, doesn't he? Um, and then he was a little bit worried, and the Lulu lady, she came up to me and said, "Oh, hey, I'm not really Lulu. I'm actually here from the New Republic. People want to kill you." And I was like, "Well, yeah. I mean, that's that's kind of normal. I thought you were gonna give us something new here." Um, then we passed some code words. She said she'd say something about Rancors if she was in trouble, and we could say something about Dianagas if we were in trouble. And went and talked to so everybody kind of divided by houses, like over here's the Calypsos, they're cool people, and over here's, I don't know, people with fancy, crazy, bright colored hairs and things. They're slightly less cool. And then these ones, they like, well, to wear orange, and everybody knows we don't like the orange around here.
They're Dutch.
Um, um, Talked to them a little bit, and this one, she was a bit rude, started to, kind of give some shade about, that people that work, not as good or important as people that don't work. Oh, there was also a whole like Jafar and Iago thing going on, kind of weird in the background. Um, so I talked to her. She got that whole little high and mighty thing going, and then um, I basically was like, all right, look, Malvesa here, she does a lot. She's important and she gets things done, but she also doesn't have to work all the time. Maybe you should try that out. Then these people in the fancy fencing suits, they showed up and they said, we're holding you hostage until we get, I don't know, greater representation with taxation or something along those lines.
Take
And
more of our money.
something about no taxation without representation, but they're already getting taxed and they want to be, I don't know, whatever. They, they threatened violence if we didn't do what they wanted, and calm down and quietly acquiesce to whatever they wanted. Not quite the best way to get things across. And so in the commotion, stole Iago, Yada, whatever her name was, the mean lady, stole her necklace, tried to use it as a garrote. Not a very useful weapon. Um, and then we killed
Hey
a
Google,
couple of them.
106.
Say
Oh,
again?
sorry. Ignore me.
Oh, all right. I mean, like, we ignored you all, the beginning of the party. You kind of clammed up, got really quiet for a while, Zuda, after your whole grenade throwing thing went down. Any case, we fought him. We killed some. We found out after. Well, they killed this guy, Agar. But we found out in the process that a lot of these nobles, they got guns and weapons on them. They just don't want to use them, or maybe they don't know how to use them. Um, and yeah, that's about where we ended.
Okay. So, love it. To be super concise, after Rim pieced out, this group attacked, saying they wanted to. They used a lot of fancy words about changing the nature of, I guess, the Tapani Expanse. And then the group got a whole bunch of guns from all these, well-off, rich nobles because they can do whatever they want. And they took them down, and that was sort of the end of where we left things. Okay, so if that's where we left things, let me just do this real quick. I'm going to move everyone here and just do a quick reminder before we jump into everything. All right. So, when you guys arrived, okay, so here's everyone who's confirmed, who has, this is them and who they said they're going with. We're on day 3 now. The Mecetti Charity Ball was interrupted. But, it's been a long night. Mecetti security took the interlopers into custody, and they took statements. The rest of the guests who were going to attend were sent back if they hadn't already received news that something had happened there. It actually probably brought more people there. There was some sort of incident. But the remaining festivities of the gala were canceled. All the while statements were being taken, people were cleaning things up, the security group was sort of talking to people, getting things in order. The staff and droids. Whoa! Hey, there's Bota.
Sorry for being late.
No problem.
Just glad you're here.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not driving.
Hey, that's a plus, man. Okay, so just to do a quick recap, everyone was at the gala. You were at the gala. Everyone's there. I assume Bota had to take an important call and missed the action because what happened was it was attacked by these people that were they were wearing like fencing outfits basically, and they were complaining about inequality in the Tapani sector and started attacking or saying everyone was hostages. So the group took blasters or got blasters from other guests, shot them, and then security arrived. And then while security was dealing with this, in this adjacent hallway, staff and droids assembled this reception area into a award ceremony. So the Tapani are not people who let things go without making some sort of event out of it, because before they're before people are leaving, what they're going to do is give the people who took down the radical terrorist group, is what they're calling it, proper dues and giving them an award before they call it. This is probably like 2 or 3 in the morning for everyone, so some people are tired, but people with little or no sleep, maybe some people took naps. The group moves over to an adjacent room. Some nobles grab mimosas, or white wine spritzers, and Rem's uncle I guess he's the most senior. He's probably he's the highest ranking lord here. Sort of takes to the podium and sort of uses the moment to sort of lead this award ceremony. Cool. Any questions? You guys, did that make sense?
Any questions?
No, I think I've mostly got the picture.
Rem, is this
Basically,
normal?
the
Sorry, what was that? Rem what?
Is this normal? Like, you hold ceremonies for things like this?
Well, you know, things happen. Welcome to Tapani.
Is it is it normal that like people, terrorists would be able to show up and just
Hope
kind of
you
take over a
survived the
bowl like that?
experience. Sorry, that's the most X-Men response ever. Welcome to Tapani. I hope you survived the experience. Sorry, what were you saying?
This is the most surreal experience, Rem. One, you think that when you show up to a place for all the high and mighties, that they'd have better security, that it wouldn't just get overrun immediately. And then when it does get overrun, you think they'd be worried, but they acted like this was normal. So apparently they just don't set security on a normal basis. And then like they kind of seem pretty laissez-faire about us actually doing anything at the moment, but now they're holding an award ceremony for us. I mean, I'm all for it. I should be recognized for more things, but it is weird, isn't it?
You know,
All right.
well, these folks, they like to party, you know? And sometimes, you know, at a party, you need a little bit of entertainment. Let's call it aggressive entertainment.
Oh, all right.
I like it. Actually, that might be the title of the mission. All right. So Rim's uncle, Jafor Kine, comes up and takes a sip of his whiskey, clears his throat, and prepares to give a speech. Lords and ladies, distinguished gentlemen and gentlewomen, today we gather to honor true heroes who embody the spirit of both the Tapani Expanse and that of House Mecetti. It is my immense pleasure to recognize these individuals as they've proven to possess an unwavering spirit, boundless resourcefulness, and the ability to protect their loved ones. These individuals, invited here by Lord Octavian Grant himself, and led by my nephew Rim Chanceux, have shown exceptional courage in the face of adversity, reminding us all of the power of ambition and the importance of protecting others as well as yourself. We present these medals, which will induct the group into the Order of the Jade Sabercat. With these medals, let us celebrate their achievements and be inspired by their example. Please join me in honoring Katira Eve, James the Jawa, and Rooston Steele for their outstanding contributions and unwavering commitment to the values we hold dear. And then everyone sort of stands up and starts applauding.
Rem turns to Katira and said, so I guess that debt is absolved now, huh?
You got a really fuzzy memory on what exactly happens with this debt, don't you, Rem?
He could try.
But you're a Jade Sabercat now. That was
How's
that was
that
the
not
deal, right?
what you wanted?
Is this? So do I interrupt this whole thing and ask? Is this like being a knight? Am I a knight?
Oh, you.
Rem looks over to the speaker and he nods like, yeah.
I can hear you over all this applause. All right. So you guys step down off the podium. People are starting to gather their things and leave. But Katira, Milvesa comes up to you and says, I owe you an apology for earlier and for my cousin. I spent so much of my time away from home that sometimes when I come back, I slip back into old and, frankly, juvenile habits. I just want you to know I do appreciate what you said, and I'd like you to hold on to this. And she gives you a brooch. It has the Calypso House symbol on it, but it's also her last name.
What do you mean it's also her last name? The
Well,
Calypso's her last name?
yeah,
Okay.
her last name's not Brooch.
Just checking.
Gotcha. Okay, do you want to respond to that at all, or?
I mean, I completely understand that, when we're in different company that, we fall into societal norms. I wouldn't want you to be embarrassed by my presence. I hope that in the future she's quite embarrassed by her behavior. I understand a little bit of yours. I wasn't too offended, and I've been treated worse. Mostly she was the stick in the mud. Hopefully she got put in her place a bit at the end of the day, but I appreciate it nonetheless.
I wrote this part for Rusty, who's not here, but I'll reiterate when he gets here back. Jatai says, "Ugh, she's giving her a brooch," and gives Rusty a brooch herself. All right. So Bota, you're here too.
Yeah. Is there a
Zuda.
particular reason why Bota was being passed over for this?
Well, he wasn't there for the excitement. So
Oh.
So Zuda and Bota, neither of you.
I was tending to some Rhodian matters with you.
I won't get
The
it.
Rhodian sickness that I got.
How do you
Right.
throw up through your thing on your face?
Mandibles.
It's a bit like popping the cork on a champagne bottle.
Oh, horrible.
If enough pressure
Oh.
builds up.
Oh gosh.
I don't want any more of that. So you guys are here too. So this is, if you wanted to talk to anybody in the crowd, this is probably your last chance before something else happens.
Like all little barnacles. Yeah, just seems like the ceremony was able to be thrown together like real fast. Is that something I could like ask someone about? Like who's close to me?
Yeah, you can ask Rim.
Yeah, Rem, like this is some fast turnaround for awards and allocates for something that just happened yesterday.
Welcome to Dupani.
But very self-congratulatory people, I suppose.
You can also
Well-
check your private messages, Powen.
Oh, did I get private?
No, Powen.
Is there, I guess, do I have any sense of the importance of this brooch?
Oh, you can ask Grim.
Or
You can roll
Rem's starting to
cultures.
feel
Well,
a lot better about Rem. Rem's a little
I was
confused.
gonna say,
He's
like,
reading.
Zuda was gonna say, like, my dad used to be involved in the Galactic Senate, and even they couldn't like turn around and organize an award ceremony the next day. Like, there's too much red tape and requisitions of stuff that would get in the way, and like you'd have to plan for this and like get things and nice clothes, and it just all stinks of them knowing ahead of time that this attack was going to be happening.
A lot of it does. I would
Ease
say
your
they already
mind, my
had nice
friend.
clothes on.
Tapani people look for any reason to celebrate.
So my cultures is the
That's a
that
16. Oh,
16, yeah.
so okay. So with the 16, that's kind of a serious thing. This is almost this is yeah, this is kind of like her I don't know, maybe marking her territory.
Oh, feels very animalistic.
Well, that could be just the way I described it.
Yep. No, I gotcha. So I mean they're already nicely dressed, and I figure, unlike the Galactic Senate, who never could get anything done and continue to not be able to get anything done. I mean,
as also stated by Zuda.
these people have all the power. It's kind of like the galactic oligarchy almost, it feels like. Like they're much more efficient and effective. Probably a better form of government so far, seems, other than the whole terrorist attack thing.
Well, the government is based on putting together award ceremonies. Okay, so is there anything anybody else wants to do before these individuals go? Bota, Zuda, I know you weren't here for the last mission, but there was this individual that walked in that she looked a lot like Lulu, but came up and said that she's working for Colonel Kraken because there are invitations going out to people that the group is close to and trying to invite them here for some reason. So she's sort of masquerading as Rusty's Lulu connection. And there's some, high-ranking people here. Yeah, just don't know if there's anything else you want to do. And I know you don't have to do anything. Is there anything you want to do before maybe the scene changes?
No, I think I'm good.
But anything on your mind or anything you want to do before the scene changes? Potentially? All right. Well, then Belle approaches Rim. Oh, no. Okay. So Belle pulls Rim aside, and she says to you, hey, and then put it back with that
Sorry.
cool icy blast. Is there anything you want to do before the scene changes?
I was gonna ask, did Katira and Ram and Rusty go up to like the front of the room to accept the awards?
Yep. They accepted the awards in front of everybody, or at least that's how I envision the scene.
I feel like we should just go up there too and do our own acceptance speech, like we were a part of it somehow.
Zuda and Bota. Well, that would be a very
Kind of like when Kanye didn't win the award and Taylor Swift was up there, he just came up and started giving an acceptance speech.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could absolutely do that, and I think that Tapani might respect that a little bit.
I think Bota would say something to the effect of, "We all know that if I would have been here, this situation would have been handled even more quickly than it was. But
I'm gonna let you
fortunately, I
finish.
was disposed with another matter at the time."
Okay. Are you trying
I
to
turn off my mic before I finish.
Are you
Yeah,
trying to
see him?
persuade them
I
to?
had him.
Are you trying to persuade them? Or are you trying to? Are you, or wait? Okay. So, do you have any intention? Do you want to trick the audience? Do you want to persuade them to see your point of view, or you just want to get up there, state your piece, and then back out?
I think it was more of was anybody really paying attention that closely when it all went down that they didn't notice that I wasn't there?
Oh, okay. So you are going to say this and see if anybody reacts in a sort of weird manner.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so you're gonna need a really good perception to see if you can notice anybody. I mean, people aren't already acting normal because it's like 3 in the morning, and they have to attend this award ceremony before they can leave. Otherwise, they, are breaking social decorum. But yeah, go ahead and roll your perception.
I imagine they're also tired, so they may just be rolling with it.
But you said if you were there, it would have been taken care of much sooner, right?
Right. I rolled an 8.
Nope. You just after he gives his speech, everyone gets their medals. People get Katira, Jawa, Jibby, and Rusty get these medals. You can pin them to your chest or your outfit or whatever you want to do with them. And at the very end, as they're walking off and everyone's applauding, Botozi goes on stage, gives a little speech, looks around, and is
Just
Zuda,
deadpan.
yeah, Zuda, are you up there with him? Did he get you to go up there?
Sure. I back him up as his posse. Let him know that let everyone know that he's an important person that has at least one follower on this planet.
Are you okay? What are you like? Are you like doing a thumbs up, or are you doing like a hype man? Two thumbs up.
It's like when you're like a promoter for
I
a
do
fight.
the Generation X, like.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you got. I love it. Two metallic thumbs up.
I just like mutter under my breath, "You're embarrassing yourselves and all of us."
All of us in
Yep.
the member of the Order of the Jade Sabercats.
Marking our territory.
Like the Jade Sabercats.
That's right.
That's their slogan. We mark our territory.
Oh man. All right, I'm just gonna show myself to the door.
Okay. Before the long
You
stick
reach
with a
out and
hook.
grab someone else's mic so you can drop it.
That's right.
Give me that mic. Now I'm dropping it. Okay, so Bell then pulls Rem aside and says, "I need your help. I don't believe this attack was the work of an isolated radical terrorist group. Rather, this is the machinations of a group trying to get something I'm helping protect. Please help. It's hard for me to ask that, but I'll warn you, this could be dangerous."
All right, so Rem is gonna lean against whatever wall is nearest, look her dead in the eyes, and say, "If you want my help, you need to start being honest with me. You've been hiding something since we landed. You need to tell me what's going on."
She says, I will, but not here, and I need you to agree to help me first.
Oh, you know I'd do anything for you, Cher.
All right, that's good enough for her. She looks in your eyes, she gives you a knowing nod, and says, bring your friends. You know where. And you do know where. So you know where she wants to meet. It's a place that's actually here in sort of this gala area. Not right here, but it's in one of the. It's like in a hallway and then another attached room.
Okay.
Okay. Is everyone going to just go along, or anybody want to do anything
Sure.
first?
Is he
Or
gonna
ask more questions?
approach us to ask for our help?
I I do want to talk to somebody, but I'll let whatever Zuda's got first.
Oh, I mean, no, I just followed Bota off the stage.
Oh, right. I'd like to go to Iada and give her back her necklace and say, you know, I understand, as an offworlder and a known to Pawnee, that I'm a different class than you in this space. And I don't expect that you'll ever quite respect me in the same way. But I do appreciate the loan of your necklace. I tried to make note that it was quite useful in slowing the leader before I headed upstairs, so that he could be captured without a mortal wound. Otherwise, I'd have had to slit his throat, and that'd just be messy, gotten blood on, the nice carpets and whatnot. So, thank you.
Okay, are you trying to intimidate her? Or is this just normal Katira conversation? Because I've lost track.
It's a little bit of both, right? It's like it's a hey, here's your necklace that you didn't know I took.
Yep.
Also,
I
hey,
trust
you
no
like,
with it.
like, hey, I wanted, like, I let them know that you helped out in slowing this guy down, and I hope that you feel kind of like an idiot now that it's been properly announced to everybody that we were invited here by Grand Admiral Grant personally, and that I've been inducted into this Order of the Jade Sabercat. Not that I know what really that means in the long run.
We
It's gotta
give it
be
out
good
to
now.
everyone. Got out of this
It's like getting
Cracker Jack
frequent flyer
box.
miles.
Right.
But you need 50,000 Jade Sabercats before you can actually use it to fly.
But I suppose it also probably does come off like a little bit of intimidation, like, hey, this necklace you got on, I could have strangled you with it at any moment too.
Well, she'll die loving what she does. Autoerotic asphyxiation. Okay, so is everyone going to agree to go with Rim and Bell on this one?
Yep.
I mean, Rem, look, you haven't steered us quite wrong yet. You haven't quite steered us quite right yet. I'm not sure where you're steering us or if you're actually steering, but it's been a fun ride. So why not?
All right. Okay, so Bell, so as you sort of head into the area where Belle's waiting, she says, "Oh, wait, promise you won't freak out." And you open the door, and she's standing there with a young woman who's probably 18. Okay, well, she's definitely 18, but she looks very young. And she has a red lightsaber ignited. And
I mean,
She has an ignited lightsaber in the room.
yep, and she yep,
and it's red.
and it's red. And Belle says,
I
"Wait,
mean-
wait, don't freak out."
Rem trusts Belle, I think, pretty implicitly, right? So they have a history. So I think he's just kind of like gonna rest his hand on his gun just in case, but ultimately not do anything too threatening and wait to hear what happens.
Okay.
I don't know what the rest of the crew is gonna do, but that's Ren's thing.
Katira will have her lightsaber in her hand. She probably won't ignite it if she said don't freak out initially.
Are you still wearing that ring?
Oh, we never fully resolved that. Yeah.
Well, I the way that I'm going to play this is that Katira doesn't quite remember.
Is this the lady from before?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
I'm just curious.
So this is just some young girl with a lightsaber.
Yep.
Just ignited, standing in the room by herself, has the lightsaber ignited.
I mean, Belle's
I
next
don't
to her,
know.
and she goes,
Nothing good ever comes from lightsabers, is what I've come to learn.
so she says, so seeing Belle's reaction and your reaction, she goes, "Ah, oui, Madame Belle, have you brought me New France?" Oh boy, I practiced this for a long time, and I feel like that was the worst reading of that I have ever done. This is not my forte. She says, "Have you brought me New France?" And
Oh, so
so,
she's like, wait, so you said she's 12?
no, she's 18.
18.
Oh, 18. Sorry, your accent, your
Damn.
voice sound. Sorry.
Threw me. Sounds so much
Sound like a
older.
12-year-old girl. Belle says, "Yes, yes, yes. These are my friends." So she deactivates her lightsaber, and Belle says, "Could you give us a minute to catch up?" And the woman nods and sort of walks over to the other side of the room. This is Rem. You know this area because there are crypts underneath the Mecetti compound that you've used to sneak around and leave. So this was an area in this part of the Mecetti area where you could sneak from sort of the living quarters into through the crypts and come up here and not be spotted. So
And this is something we do as like children, or
yeah,
just in general?
maybe children, and then maybe when you're in your like teenage years with Belle, this is something that you would have known about.
Okay.
So Belle says, "Look, this is who we've been calling Hope. She doesn't really have an actual name. From what we know, she was raised in seclusion on Nissa, which is a planet in Mecetti space. Everything that we recovered about her sort of points to the fact that she was taken at birth and raised by this secretive order. We found out some information and liberated her, and this group that I've been working with has been trying to smuggle her off-world. Now, this group seems very tightly woven into the Mecetti house, but I don't believe that they have the best intentions of the house in order. We want to free her and get her to someone who can help her with her abilities, and honestly, probably someone who is also a therapist or psychiatrist can help her, because she doesn't know very much at all. She, again, raised total seclusion by this order. I can't protect her anymore. I believe that this group of individuals that attacked the gala here were trying to get her. You guys can defend yourselves. You can fight. I need you to take her into your custody and get her off the planet. We don't have much time here. People are watching me. I'm under suspicion already. I'm going to leave her with you. I'm going to, if you could, I think what you could probably do, you could take the crypts back. You could think of other ways to smuggle her out. But with the current situation as it is, with the attack and the security ramping up at the ball, you could leave her in your quarters, hope she doesn't get discovered. Maybe you can come up with a cover story. I'll be in touch, but I've got to go.
Well, why can't we tell the Mecettis about her?
Because the order is so deeply rooted in the Mecetti leadership that I don't know exactly who to trust.
Sorry,
Just
quick
Grant.
question. Where did the lightsaber come from?
Yeah, she has a lightsaber.
Wait, how did you come
Right,
about
right. But I was trying to listen to the
lightsaber?
backstory for the part where the lightsaber came. Did she just had a lightsaber when they found her, and she just
Wait, that
didn't let
part
it
about
go? She keeps it ignited all the time.
that part about the lightsaber that we glossed past really quickly.
It gets dark. Oh no, I can't do this. I don't know why I thought I could do this French accent.
Do it.
All right, I'll
Come on.
keep trying, but anyway, she says, "Excusez-moi, but where are all of your lightsabers?"
Wait. You mean
Oh, you don't have a lightsaber? Oh,
Rem takes out his life foil and ignites it, and he says, "Oh, not quite as big as yours, though, huh?"
Oh boy.
Still a good try.
Does it talk to you?
What? No. Belle has says that. So Belle says she had the lightsaber. She does seem to have abilities. Anyway, gotta go.
wait?
Hope says, so you all are the good guys. I want
Thank
to
you
be.
for accepting my quest.
I want to be a good guy as well. So you
Thank you
just,
so much for playing the game.
you tell Belle, or whoops, you tell Hope how to be a good guy. Although I feel like I've made her into a 50-year-old Italian man.
Look, it's
So-
a Star Wars dialect. You see, it fluctuates between Italian and French sounding, but that's what the dialect is.
She's actually code switching because the noble Tapani speak with a French accent, but the order that she was raised in have a thick guttural Italian. Just like how Princess Leia switched between her weird English accent in A New Hope.
Okay.
Governor talk.
I'm gonna tell her, hey, give us just a second to talk about how we can get out of the script.
So real quick, before Belle leaves, she tells Hope, says, "Will you follow my friends? Will you listen to them like you listen to me?" Hope says, "Absolument," and Belle says, "Thank you. You can trust her, and I trust you, all of you." And then she exits.
If only I can't remember the character's name.
Luke Skywalker?
No.
I was just about to say that. Genos, Tech, Drew. Our character?
Plain handsome.
Yeah, our character. What was his name? The
Plain handsome.
Yeah. He's just plain handsome.
he always has the extra kids. We picked up a new kid, which is why I thought of his character.
Oh,
Rusty.
Rusty. Yes. Sorry. I was like, it's a simple name, and it's like
Where's Rusty when you need
colloquial,
him?
like a nickname.
He wrote
It
that
means
book
a
on
thing.
parenting.
It's not a name. And
He wrote the book on parenting.
I mean, he's
he wrote
here.
the book on parenting. He's the only parent we can pull examples from. So
Even though Bota has 3 kids.
Now. Let's not get into that debate again.
He's the only one we can get good parenting advice from.
Ignoring the question, just like his kids.
wait, didn't he bring them on this trip?
Bota?
I know Rusty his
Rusty
kids.
did, but I think he abandoned them. Somewhere. See, this,
They're somewhere out there.
it's better to be ignored than abandoned, right? Okay, so how do you want to smuggle this individual out?
I kind of want to talk to Katira about that. Katira, did you see any ways that we could slip back into our quarters unnoticed?
I mean,
Sneaking seems
so
to be one of your strong suits.
she didn't really tell us much about this order that's been raising this girl, or like what they're raising her for, or if they're really bad. I don't quite understand. Every time I've seen this red lightsaber, it's more about the aristocracy than it is about the people rising up to overthrow the aristocracy. And those people wanted, they were like a peasants' revolt almost. So I'm a bit confused as to what's happening here and what kind of order we're trying to protect her from. Maybe it'd be best if she was, put under Octavian Grant's, wing.
Ellen's saying
No.
the order
No.
has spies everywhere in the Mecetti compound. I trust her. I think we need to keep this one close to the vest.
Yeah, no.
All right, as you guys
No
talk
grant.
about this,
No grant anything, by the way.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I mean, what's wrong with Grant Zuda? He's brought us here, given us a fancy reception to show up to. I'm a Jade Sabercat now, whatever that means.
Means you're a knight. I know you like Grant, and he's given us quite a few things, but I don't think we can trust him. He's not one of us. You don't know him like I know him.
I mean, you don't seem to know him very much.
Well, he seems to dislike me quite a bit.
Yeah, no.
So there's
Is
that.
that a red mark?
Also, I feel like Katira would feel a kinship to this character, right? Because she's raised in not the best circumstance. He clearly
Yeah, there's
has some stuff going on. She's got a red lightsaber.
Yeah, that's an interesting point, Rem. I mean, but where are we gonna take her? The only person I can think of to take her to would be either Blaine's dad or Dask Ritava.
He knows up to. Strongest Jedi I've ever seen.
You got any ideas, Bota, on how to get her out of here?
First thing I would do is probably ask her for her lightsaber so that we could keep that somewhere safe if we're gonna get her out of here.
Yeah, or at least turn it off. Because, It does draw attention.
Next thing I would do is I would let her wear Rusty's dress and have Rusty put on her dress. And
Yeah,
why?
then
right. That's interesting. Go on. I like this idea.
Oh wait, you'd only do the outfit swap if she'd been spotted in that outfit. We don't know if she's been spotted in her own outfit yet.
yeah, but it's more fun just having an idea of Rusty wearing someone else's outfit.
Yeah, we don't know what she's wearing either, so it could be. I mean, it could also be that her face needs to be covered, so she needs to wear a hood or something, so people can't recognize her. We don't really know
Put,
that. And then I
put
also
Rusty's
don't
boxing
think.
gloves on her.
On her face.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we also don't know. And I also don't think trying to separate a child that has been in something like that from her weapon that probably makes her feel safe is a good play. I think she's probably capable of handling it herself.
Yes, but if things don't go the way I think they should, it's probably not a good idea for her to have it.
So Bota doesn't trust her. Interesting.
Bota wouldn't wanna. Okay, so what have you talked about?
We're
I
trying to
think
figure
we've
out how
determined
to-
that the first order of business of reducing conspicuousness is to have her at least turn off her lightsaber.
Yes,
And
stow,
can someone
stow
with
that
good
weapon.
persuasion persuade her to turn her lightsaber off?
Okay.
Stow it in the seat back pocket in front of her.
Who's going to ask her?
Now, if we're to take you out of here, is there a problem with you not having a lightsaber, or do you need something to defend yourself with? Because I've got a whole, I mean, if you'd like one of these, and I'll offer her a dagger, not that light whip, and I mean, maybe if you really need a lightsaber, we can trade for a minute. I've got a fancy white one.
No, I like mine. But if but if this is scaring you, I will turn it off. And she'll turn it off. Because Mercy is a good guy thing.
Mercy?
Mercy.
I don't know if that means mercy or thank you, or is it some other word?
I don't do that. She'll turn
And
it
you
off,
want
no problem.
and you want to leave?
I want to see the galaxy. I've heard
Could you tell?
stories.
Could you tell us a little bit about the people that were raising you before Belle found you and rescued you? They have anything like this? And I'll show her the ring.
Mm, hmm. Let me do something. Okay. So you have it in the palm of your hand?
She wears it on a necklace.
Okay. So she walks up to you, and you feel the ring itself sort of rising into the air, not pulling hard like she's ripping it out, but just sort of hovering so she could like get a better look at it. She's not using her hands. She's obviously using the force, and she's looking at the ring, and says, yes, gosh, I can't do this. Ah, yes. I have seen something like this. And then she sort of looks at you and says, Ah, what happened to your, how do you say, brain?
What happened to my brain?
You've got something cloudy.
I'm not quite sure what you mean, but everything seems to be working fine.
But don't worry, I will protect you.
Can I roll a con?
Yeah, you can roll a con to see if she's conning you.
Perception. 24. She's got 3 on special.
She doesn't seem like she's conning you, but if she is, this is the most elaborate type of con. She's really throwing her whole self into it.
What do you mean, cloudy?
Oh, just recently, you had something happen.
Well, that could mean a lot of things.
I don't know. Then she goes over and tries to poke at Zuda's mouthpiece. What is this?
Mike.
Used to be my snout.
Zuda lowers Usnown. She thinks that's hilarious. But you probably got that fighting the bad guys, no?
Yeah. Fighting was what I was doing when I lost my snout.
I gotta put that on your character sheet as a quote. She goes up to Bota and says, I do not like that eye. Are you mad?
Most of the time.
Hope we'll have to watch out for you.
Probably okay.
I have seen angry people with the red eyes. I do not think that is a good guy thing.
Sometimes it helps you get the conversation started.
Mike.
It's a versatile tool with many attributes.
Rem's going to interject and say, you shouldn't judge whether someone's good or bad based on appearance.
Says the pretty boy in the corner.
Oh no. His red eye reminds me of my people.
Were they not happy?
Okay. Belle said we're going to the dance.
The ball?
Belle said we are going to the ball.
I suppose we are. Are we taking her to the ball?
Oh, you are
I thought
taking
we were
me to
trying to
the
hide her in
ball?
somebody. I thought we were trying to hide her in the quarters.
No.
How are we going to convince her to stay in her quarters?
Are we smuggling her out of here or what?
I feel like that it would be prudent.
The ball would be a good distraction.
Yes, but it's also high visibility.
Yeah, I'm talking
Yeah, but
about like while everyone's at the ball, we try to sneak her out.
Hmm.
There you go.
kind of a guest of honor at the ball.
All right, well, you go, and we'll get her out of here. That way, no one will come looking for us.
They're all gonna come looking for us if we, look like we might suddenly have been involved with terrorists, and then we just disappear without appearing at the ball.
Well, me and Bota, we did a
Yeah.
mic drop in the middle of the ceremony, so I don't think they're
They're
expecting
not
us.
expecting anything from us, other than to embarrass ourselves again.
I'll be expected at the ball, but Katira, I feel like you and the kid have some sort of kinship. You might be required to help guide.
Guide what?
The child.
Yeah, what do the space whales tell you?
I wanted some other kids Rusty's tots. We were gonna start a little, little group, hang out, teach them a couple tricks. Hey, can I? Is she wearing any like loose jewelry or anything?
Um. Uh. Not that you can see, but you can ask her.
Um, no pocket, just outfit and a lightsaber.
I mean, Rim, you would call her outfit like 100 years outdated, but it is Tapani. Also, her accent, the very thick sort of accent I'm putting on, also seems very outdated. Not saying that she herself is outdated, but maybe she is, or maybe the people that raised her are.
See, okay.
But it does feel like you're talking to someone from 100 years ago.
Like
Okay.
someone that would want to bring a former, high and mighty group back to power.
I mean, the world is your oyster.
The world is your oyster.
Oh, I see. You should have done her voice.
I don't know. Do I keep any trackers or anything with me?
I mean,
suppose
you
not.
could ask her about her jewelry. I mean, she's pretty. I started going on this topic because she's pretty covered up. Like this is like clothes from the 1900s for us.
Wardrobe is simply not going to work if she's going to the ball.
I think that's the most Tapani thing Ribs ever said.
Does anyone? Yeah, anyone? Any of you got a tracker on you?
Joe Jimmy would, but he's sleeping.
Aren't you like a bounty hunter, Zuda? Got a tracker?
Mic on.
Sorry, which tracker?
Well, I mean, do you have a tracker? Like something that you could keep track of someone with, like a bounty or something? I suppose we don't got nothing.
Sadly, no.
Can we?
Not on me.
I mean, can we determine if she's like a clone?
How?
And not with anything that we have on us.
I mean, would there be any like tests that we could do, or like question we can ask her? I mean, like, does she have any off-world experiences?
I mean, you can ask her.
No. I mean, have you been here the entire time?
I've only ever lived in my my commune with my community.
Here?
On Nisa.
Oh, that's right.
Do we know anything about this planet?
Rem does.
Rem, you holding
Can
out
you-
on us.
Can you tell us what Rem knows?
Can you spell that again for us?
I mean, so it's in the Mecetti area. It's not very populated. I mean, it's kind of like saying, it's kind of like her saying she's from, I don't know, like Modesto or something. I mean,
Okay.
like there's nobody really noble from there. Maybe there's a couple of people. I mean, there's probably a count, of the area, but
Mhm.
it's not like a hotbed of culture. It's sort of a backward world planet.
Hmm.
I mean, I guess Rim could even be like, wearing 100-year-old clothing and talking like, talking like that. Maybe that is about right for that area.
Checks out.
On this mesa, what did they say they want to raise you for?
The glorious purpose is to restore the order, but it never rings true for hope.
Restore the order.
We restore the order.
Could it just be restore order, or was it the order?
Restore our order.
Well, I don't know if that's helpful or not.
But I have my own ring. So she actually pulls up. She has a ring. It has a symbol on it, which for whatever reason I haven't prepared. It looks like. It looks like two chevrons against two other chevrons in different directions. But it is a. She's showing you her ring now. So, I mean, it's just a ring, but that is something she has.
Roll to recognize that at all?
Sure.
What's that? Knowledge, cultures.
Knowledge, jewelry.
Knowledge, jewelry.
I don't know. Yeah, knowledge, just knowledge.
So it's not like Tapani or anything like that.
No.
All right.
Well,
I got no clue. Very pretty specific.
oh, hey, look who joined. We got Rusty. Do we really have Rusty?
Oh.
Yeah, you got me, but I feel kind of uncomfortable making this voice on a BART train.
Okay, so I'll just to catch you up. At the
We're at the French Foreign Legion.
well, so what happened at the beginning of this mission? You all got awards. You got a medal that inducts you into the. Hold on. Wait, did you just drop? Well, we'll catch him up later.
Doggone it.
He's like, this is too awkward. Can't do it. Oh, he's back.
Oh wait, you're part of the Jade Sabercat, Rusty. Me and you, and Jimmy.
Jawa, James the Jawa. You got a medal for your efforts, and then Bell said, "Hey, I need your help." And you guys are now dealing with this individual who is a young adult who has been raised in seclusion and seems to want to be a good guy, but has a red lightsaber. Anyway, I think we shall be going.
So you're all agreed that we can't take her to Grant, but we don't know where to take her.
Well, we gotta take her off planet and get her to a Jedi.
Genos.
Doesn't make sense to leave her here. So, my thought is, you guys go to the party. Since you won the award, they'll be expecting you, and Zuda and I will work on figuring a way to get her off the planet.
I mean, why don't
Without
I'm just
getting
saying,
ourselves
if
killed
we
with a
just
lightsaber.
if we just all took her to the ball, it could be, you know, a lot of fun.
No,
it's
we're not all going to date an 18-year-old.
5 PCs, 1 NPC. The prom date.
But I mean, like, you know, we'd be in clear view of everyone important without anyone to. I mean, like this group, that group, they weren't part of the families, and so we'd be in clear view without anyone to actually be able to strike at us, and we could
The-
easily take turns rotating through who's with
Wait, but
her the whole time.
But here's the thing, Katira, you already have a date, and you do have a brooch, which Grem could explain to you a little bit more of what that might mean. And who else has a date? Zuda, your sister's gonna be here at the end of the day.
Nah,
And
that's
you're
right.
taking her. And Rusty's got a date as well.
And a brooch.
Yep, and a brooch as well. So
And
we'll use
the brooch.
So he'll use Bota, Rim, or James the Jawa. Which actually might be the best because he said he wasn't going to bring a date. But I do like how you guys are going for high drama. Bring her to the ball.
I really don't think it's a good idea.
What
Yeah.
could go wrong?
Like, there's no way that someone from this organization that she's talking about isn't attending the ball.
But it's like you can't. I mean, absolutely. But you couldn't kill
Yeah.
someone in the middle of the ball.
No, not in the middle of the ball, but like,
That violates all Tapani customs. But you could also just have her leave the planet where people don't know who she is.
yeah, that seems like a great plan.
But
Like, we're trying to smuggle someone out. Like, don't advertise.
I do
Clandestinize.
I do
Talk about like hiding in plain sight.
I do feel like the number one problem you have to figure out first is getting her out of this room.
Good question. Yeah.
You guys have moved to step 5 of the plan without moving to step 1.
Yes. How do we get her from here to one of our quarters, or even just
Well,
start getting her off the planet now?
yeah, step 5 is the most important, I think. If we can get her off planet now, like Zuda is saying, then we can avoid her being detected, right? And not have to hide her in her quarters or any of that stuff.
Yep.
Look, as someone that grew up with a crummy life from something like this, I mean, we could just end her life now and she won't have to worry about it.
Jesus Christ.
That's dark side point just for saying it.
Rem is looking at Katira intently, trying to see if she's kidding.
Katira, we're not doing the grant solution.
yeah, got that. I mean, there's no way he could have been involved in anything. And, I understand we're not doing it. I just want to say, he was sitting on Albie Isle this whole time for years now, while she's been in, Mesa hanging out with the Gungans. He's been off in Albie Isle, unable to make contact, so he couldn't be running this whole thing. So he can't know nothing about it.
I was going to agree with you, but he made contact with you, didn't he?
And that was the most important thing that he did, right?
Mhm.
All right, Rem is not going to wait around and wait for people to figure out that they've been missing for a long time. He's going to ask. Sorry, what was her name again?
Hope.
Hope, right.
She
He's gonna
actually
ask
doesn't
Hope.
have a name. It's just they've been calling her.
The hope.
Okay.
Oh boy.
He's gonna ask Hope to come with him and hide in his quarters until they can figure out a better plan.
Absolute creep.
You're coming too, genius.
Oh,
We're all going to my quarters.
is your quarters? Oh, everyone? She seems excited at first, and then when you said everyone, she seems less excited. Oh, everyone? No.
Oh boy. So basically this woman that we barely know just dumped this girl on us and left?
I would say
Well,
that.
Rem knows her really well.
Yeah. And
Rem, you got some good friends, Rem.
And where are we right now? We're in some sort of catacomb.
no, you guys are just like in a room, like 2 rooms over from the award ceremony. That's
Oh,
why
boy.
Belle's like, I have to leave. People are looking for me.
Wait, Rem, this brooch, it's not like I'm not hot mic'd, am I?
Maybe.
We haven't checked it for devices now, have we?
Oui.
Yeah, maybe it might be a good idea to make sure, but I think your trouble with that is not going to be being mic'd up.
Yeah, maybe explain that to me now as well. This whole everything
will.
happening.
Help
You've
me get
made this sound like it
help
was
me
going to
get the
be a
kid off
party.
planet. Oh,
All right.
it's a party. Basically,
Is that going to be a
brooch-
problem if I leave this planet with this brooch now? She already put
No,
this
the
symbol
brooch-
on my ship. I've already been
You've,
flying about.
You're completely missing the point. The brooch actually means you're a knight. So, congratulations, you're now a Tapani knight.
Hold on. Where
Do I need
is
to
it?
roll a con for that?
Yes.
You're gonna have to roll a con for that.
You
Wait,
didn't
I've
even
got my
believe it
character
as you were
sheet out.
saying it.
I know. I feel like Rib started laughing as he was saying it.
Which is
Oh, yeah, this is-
probably what would happen. Wait,
this is great for
is
you.
not too bad.
Snicker, snicker, laugh, laugh.
I got 28.
On your detecting a con.
Yeah.
So you just have to roll over 28. Katira will believe you.
Oh, so close too.
Oh, dude.
Man, that was a good roll too. Shoot.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm not a knight. How about you tell me what this means? Because it's probably going to drive whether or not I got to go to this ball.
It means you're going steady. Sounds like you've just picked up a relationship.
I see.
You're tied down, and now everyone knows.
It's cuffing season.
Taz wouldn't know that, right? Taz couldn't know that.
Word gets around fast in Tapani.
Are you saying would Taz Solana know what happened 15 minutes ago across the galaxy?
Would
Your answer is-
Delana know what having a brooch from? I mean, now like that means I got to wear it. I can't. It's not like you can turn someone like that down, Rem.
So it's just like a scarlet letter.
Who told you to accept the brooch?
It wasn't like a accept this. It was handed to me after I saved. People give you things when they save their life, you know.
Always looking for a handout.
You took it because you thought it was pretty. It's not
Well-
a bad one, if I do say so myself.
I don't like being tied down.
Well, it sounds like you're gonna have to get used to it.
Cloudy. What? She's got.
Now, Katira, if you take this relationship to the next level and marry this lady, you'll be nobility.
I'm gonna go with
Send a lie.
my kids could be nobility, but I can't have kids. Then could I, Rem?
I would think
Oh, sorry, want any?
maybe. You could do some Star Wars science. If we could
Yeah,
clone.
I really don't
suppose-
know what
I suppose
science.
Bota's got 3 kids.
Hey,
Bota-
it works out.
Bota's a clone. His so Bota's partner in this, she was she had the genetic memories of her ancestors, and her kids are of a different alien species, or she's different alien species. So all their kids are half human, half Aslan.
Half-assed. Elaine.
Yeah, I don't know. Something could happen. Who knows?
Yep. Well, I don't know if that would survive anything anyway, based on me smuggling a child out of Tapani space.
Excusez-moi, I'm 18.
All right. Yeah. No. So you don't have you don't
You
have much
finally got one
information to
fact.
provide, but you do know the age of consent. Thank you.
We've received one fact after an hour of debating and talking to her.
Well, just have to make it very clear. I'm not playing a 12-year-old.
Well,
We need to start taking action, otherwise we'll
yeah,
never
we
make it.
need to get
tonight.
moving here.
All right. So out of this room, I suppose we could scout ahead.
Yeah.
Is there a change of clothes nearby? How about that? We got to change of clothes because you can't wear that, lady. Look, I haven't seen much of this space, this Tapani sector, but I can tell you, I ain't seen nobody wearing anything like that. You stand out, and maybe. Do you have to carry the lightsaber with you? Could I carry it for you? And
Yes, please.
you can just use it if you need it.
Now, I will carry this. But I would love a new dress.
Yes. Wouldn't we all?
What
And
did she say?
she'd love a new dress, Bota.
Oh, a new
You've got
dress.
to learn to
Okay.
speak the feminine
Got it.
tongue.
Which is
Well, doesn't
French.
Rusty have one?
Yeah, Rusty, you want to go about naked?
I told you guys, just have him switch.
Hey, man, I'll get cold, man. I don't want to go naked.
Wait, I have an idea. Trade places with me.
Okay.
No, not just standing in the same spot as me. I mean, here, you take this, and I'll hold out my lightsaber, and I'll take that. I know. I don't know. Look, we'll change clothes. I'll try and make myself look like you. You will try and make you look like me, and you get out of here with them, and I'll try and draw your pursuers off in a different direction.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I think that's a plan. But Katira, you sure you want to be the bait on your own? You probably have someone watching out for you.
I mean, they want to capture her, right? I suppose I could kill anybody that comes near me. And
Said with entirely too much hubris.
Okay. Are you guys gonna go along? Okay, so let's walk through this. You change clothes. You change your skin color and your hair color to look more like her. She's wearing your clothes. Maybe she covers up her hair so she looks, people can't see it. And then you're gonna go out one way. She'll go out the other. And then you'll see if anyone tries to attack you dressed up like her.
yeah, and
And are you just gonna head back to the Mecetti compound? I mean, you guys are kind of connected to it, but you can't get there without going outside first. Or I guess unless you go underground.
Yeah, didn't we have a schematic of this place before we came to this party? Because we were here like a day or two ago, right?
No, that was the big, giant, over Sector Lord's ball. This is.
Oh,
this
okay.
is a
Sorry, we moved on.
No, this is a different. No, you haven't even got there yet. This is
man.
This is a charity ball that you guys are attending, because
Oh, I see. Okay.
like we've established, the Tapani are known for establishing events very quickly.
Got it.
Okay, so is that going to be the plan?
Yeah, I think that's a good plan.
Because it does put
I don't know.
Katira in the crosshairs.
Yeah,
And then also ties you to. I mean, you can do whatever you want. I think it actually makes sense on some levels, but it does also tie you to her, or your group to her.
only if I get caught and they survive.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try to shadow Katira in case she needs backup.
One of the very few non-humans blending into the backgrounds on Tapani. Well, there are some Tapani plants where they're more multicultural, but not here.
I mean, Remy, you could be taking a girl out for a stroll.
I've done it many times before.
And it'd make perfect sense that you'd have somebody to, walking with you, and you'd be going back to the Mecetti compound.
Yeah.
And, I mean, Zuda, you and Bota are pretty much tied to the hip after that whole stunt.
Yeah, darn. But I'd feel better if you had someone, at least some backup with this bait plan of yours.
Could I bring Sparky with me?
No, he's been quarantined to his room. I mean, he's the equivalent of an IG-88 in this area. Like, people see that assassin droid, and everyone will run out of the streets, which you could play to your benefit. But when Jawa Jimmy was like, "Hey, we're going to this charity gala," there's literally no way they would let him in without people freaking out. It's like having a Terminator walk down the street.
But if he started, if Jawa Jimmy called him and he started to come to us, Sparky might die. I don't think Jimmy would go for that.
No, and I mean the security forces might shoot him. Just out of habit.
Unless he shot them first.
I mean, sure.
Why do you guys want the body count?
Sparky could wage a one droid war on this planet, but I don't think that's where we're going this mission. Oh,
That's the best idea I got. I don't know
sorry,
what you guys want to do.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
I mean, it's either that or try and find complete secrecy to get her out of here. But it's good to have that in our back pocket either way. We could, in complete secrecy, sneak her out as me, and if something happens, me and Rem break off while you take her to the compound, and me and Rem, end up on a stroll or something. I don't know. But as soon as I break off, if I look like her, they're gonna chase me instead of her.
It's like a strong plan to me.
I think. Why don't you not wear her clothes and just pick out a different outfit for yourself too? So even if they, are thrown off the scent by something else, then at least you're not like directly tied to her.
Oh no, that totally undercuts the decoy plan. The decoyness of the decoy plan. Because
Yeah,
you're also trying to smoke out the people that are after her, right?
yeah,
So
that's
like
true.
we at least know who our enemies are.
Fair enough.
Like I like the plan. I feel like Katira could use some more backup, but I'm okay with splitting up here to have some of us escort her out and some people escort the more visible bait, and we can rush in to back up if needed.
Yeah, I don't think we'll ever be that far from each other.
All right, so we good? Ready? Break.
Yep.
Oh, damn it. I was going to say that.
Now we just need
Rem,
a game master to
don't-
tell us what we're doing.
I don't want a girlfriend, Rem. I mean, the whole allure of Taz Solana was that she was never interested whatsoever.
Well, she appears to be pretty interested now.
I mean, as she should be.
Wait, what? I just got
Sounds
back.
like you just like the chase.
That's right, I do. I like the chase.
You won't be
Wait.
chasing while we're still on Tapani. I'll tell you that right now.
Are you talking about Malvesa?
Yeah.
All right, we're ready for this. Let's do it.
All right, what are you guys gonna do? Leroy Jenkins. I'll never forget that one mission we played where you guys talked about how you're going to do something for like 2 hours, where you were going to. You remember you guys had took
Don't
up.
ask about the hat.
Yes, it was.
We spent this whole time figuring out how we're going to impersonate Imperial officers. And then as soon as we approach the Imperials, Tech walks up first and he goes, first thing first. Don't ask about the hat.
It was the funniest thing. It's like, what a waste of 2 hours of planning. Destroyed immediately. Oh, man. Oh, what a great memory. Okay, so what's your plan? You guys are going to switch clothes and then continue. You're going to try to draw the assassins to you while somebody else leads Hope back to the Mecetti compound proper?
I
Or-
suppose that we
or
should
do
look
you-
like we're trying to sneak back while that group just heads back. And then if we get caught, then we've smoked them out.
Okay. Does that sound good to everyone else?
Yep.
Okay, you'll have to do a little bit of persuasion. She is very excited to change clothes, but reluctant to hand over her lightsaber, even if she's getting a different one. So roll your persuasion.
Look, my lightsaber is really nice too. All right, it's got a name. It used to talk, but I told it to shut up because it had too masculine of a voice, and I really don't like men to boss me around. And so I figure you probably don't like that either, so that works for you, right?
Oh, all the members of my order are female.
Interesting.
Can somebody explain to me why
All right.
everybody's obsessed with parting the lightsaber? I don't understand this.
Well, I mean, it looks like hers, right? Like they might recognize it.
Oh, okay, okay. I wasn't sure if there was something else that I don't understand about lightsaber.
Could I?
That makes sense.
Does that ring any bells to hear that they're all female because they were after that Night Sister that had a lightsaber?
I mean, what do you mean? Does it ring any bells?
I don't know if it brings any memories up or any. I don't know. It feels odd. All women establish an order,
And
but the Emperor,
not a man in charge. Raves feminist Katira.
the Emperor was a man. His order would be probably led by a man. I figure, chauvinism and all that. And I mean, how important is this lightsaber to you? Like, on a scale of 1 to 20, would you say, it's a 5?
No, I corrupted that crystal myself.
Corrupted it yourself, you say?
Ugh.
But
Sounds like quite the endeavor.
I
Yeah,
want to be
so-
the good guy. So
Well, if you want to be the good guy, then you want one that's not corrupted, so you can start again, brand new, fresh, right?
okay, well, roll your
Yeah.
persuasion.
Uh,
Oh, here's Rusty.
yeah. I mean, can you please explain to me how you corrupt the lightsaber?
Oh, absolutely. You take the heart of the kyber crystal and you crush it. Take all of its hopes and dreams away, and it bleeds and cries until it's red.
No,
Easier
I'm
than
not
you
cool
thought.
with that.
I get the feel this is important, and so I'm gonna go ahead and spend, we'll say, a character point on this.
And a new persuasion.
Yep. 33.
All right. Well, you got heroic. You rolled 2 6s in there. She'll switch, but you can see she's making a little frowny face as she's holding your lightsaber, which she ignites and runs through a couple of forms with it. But she doesn't seem to be happy with it.
I understand. I promise that we'll that I'll take that back from you, and we won't have to worry about it once we get this all sorted out.
Okay, now let's get naked.
You
I think they were supposed to step out.
So
All right.
she wants to change the clothes because she just very excited to be in something more fashionable.
So, yeah, all right. Anybody got any wrinkles they want to add to this plan?
I think there's plenty of wrinkles that need to be sorted out right here.
Yep. Maybe I should just head to Grant looking like this.
Okay, don't you have a role for your ability to disguise yourself?
Like a con?
Yeah. It starts con and specialization is disguise. Don't you get some sort of benefit for Zeltron?
Not for disguise. It's just a con skill, I think. 1d to influencing others through the use of bargain, command, con, or persuasion. I don't know if that would include disguise. I feel like disguise is
Disguise is actually a specialization of con.
yeah.
Okay.
So just my base con is 7.
Oh, and a special.
30.
Wow. 30?
30.
All right, so everyone else, this is actually kind of crazy because Katira rarely uses this. So I would say most of you are kind of surprised, right? I feel like Katira rarely changes her coloration. But you do see Katira's sort of skin turn from her, pink to, I don't know, sort of, this kind of coloration. And her purple hair turns into this like strawberry blonde hair. I would say that your hair is probably maybe slightly tad darker, but I mean, it looks pretty amazing. She is very excited. She's like, "Oh wow, this is how I look."
Absolutely. Do you have a brooch that you'd like to give me? And maybe we could go steady too, and I can just start to accumulate these things.
Do you want to exchange the rings?
I don't know if you want this ring, but I will wear yours.
No, I will keep mine.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys are going to just wait. So you guys are just gonna walk out the front door with Katira dressed up as her, so that if there's anybody in the order, they'll immediately see Katira walk out as her. I mean, you guys have been in here for like a good 30 minutes, so most places are pretty cleared out. But
Do we have a schematic of the room?
nope. I didn't think you would take this approach, and I instead mapped out the crypts.
I mean, we could try to sneak about on our way back in general, or we could try to not. Or I could try to sneak back with Rem through the crypts, and you guys could go straight back.
Yeah.
Why don't you go out to the award ceremony so to draw out the potential,
Yeah, I mean,
Villain.
whoever's going to the award ceremony is definitely going to see them, and we're trying to smoke out her pursuers. So that feels like that's the best plan. As far as the rest of us that actually have her with us, we should sneak out using the sneakiest route possible, which seems to be the crypts.
Oh, I like it. I like how we had two different arguments for doing it one way or the other. But you can do whatever you want. Up to you guys.
Yeah, Katira should go out to the ceremony and get out that way. Make it seem like we're trying to hurry her out of there, and the rest of us should take disguised hope and go through the crypt. That's my proposal.
I like it because in this scenario, that means that David will have to do her voice, not me.
Would you say that I am a new Hope?
Ah, perfect. It's already better.
the newest available Hope.
Fantastique.
All
That's
right,
how we got
so
started.
if we go through the crypts, do we have that schematic?
Yes.
All right.
But if you're walking through the award ceremony, which is right, out the door, through like a corridor, and you're there, you could immediately just walk outside and you're just, literally a block away from going into the Mecetti compound. I mean, you're right here. This whole gala is like literally like you're on the Mecetti structure.
Well, I'll go either way. Which one do you guys want to do?
Sounds like Katira is going to go out the front door. And who's protecting whom?
I think
I thought we split up with.
Zuda was going with Katira.
Okay.
Yeah. Did no one else volunteer for that, Rem?
I probably should go, right? That kind
It'll help.
makes it seem more legit.
Also,
But I'm the one who knows the way through the crypts, though, is the problem.
oh yeah, you are the only one that knows the way through the crypts.
Darn.
I mean, you could draw them a map or give them directions, but yeah, they don't know their way.
What's the level of difficulty in the crypts? Like, is it like go straight?
Oh,
turn
I'd
right
say it's a
into-
4.5. No, I don't know.
I mean, like, you're saying draw them a map. Like, if it's a simple direction as, like, keep walking this way until you see this giant neon sign, maybe that's probably okay to draw them a map. But if it's, like, there's twists and turns, then I probably should guide them.
No, it's not that difficult. It is basically you could say, hey, follow it to the end. But there are different ways you can get out of it.
Okay, then I should definitely go with. As much as I think, dang, I'm too needed in this scenario.
It's also it's probably been, I don't know, for Rim, it's probably been about 15, 20 years since he's done this. So that's all. I mean, you know the way, but it's also like, I don't know. I think when something gets to like 20 years old, you're like,
And he drinks a lot, so kills a lot of brain cells.
Well, okay. So Rim's gonna go into the crypt with Hope. Who else is going down there with Hope?
I am.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's me, Katira, and Rem up top, Bota, and Rusty, and Jawa Jimmy if he ever comes back. Do we want more people going through the crypts, or do we want less people? Because I also did the, or do we want?
I think it's probably going to be more dangerous going outside dressed up. I think it's going to be more dangerous for Katira.
Yeah. So I'll stick with Katira then. Then
Okay.
it'll be Bota and Rusty with Hope in the crypt.
Okay. So it's just going to be
Rem.
Zuda and Katira?
Rusty was.
Oh, wait, sorry. Do we did Rem decide to go through the crypt, or is Rem going?
Yeah, Rem's definitely doing crypt.
So
Okay.
then Bota is going to be protecting. Bota, what are you going to be doing? You're going to be protecting Katira?
No, I'm taking Hope out to the crypt.
All right, so you have Rim, Bota. Is Chris Peterson here? Nope. So we don't know. All right, so we have Bota and Rim taking Hope through the crypt. And then we have Zuda and Katira
Going out to catch the killers.
right? Oh, okay. And oh no, I'm like, wait, this doesn't add up. Chris Peterson, are you? Can you hear us? Do you want to follow? Do you want to go in the crypt with to protect Hope, or do you want to go above ground and try to protect Katira acting as the bait? If you can respond.
Just trying to add fair on my part. Clipper card, man. Got a lot of stuff in my hand.
Okay, I will. It sounds like I'm needed in the crypt.
I
But
think you're
are
probably
we-
more needed to protect Katira.
Okay. Oh yeah, that actually makes more sense because I have experience in protecting. Yeah.
And you
We
hate-
are find the killers. I am just another girl.
Treat, man.
You are Mr. Brightside.
All right. Okay. All right.
Well,
so
now we've got the plan in place, just in time to call it and then implement the plan next session.
that is probably a great call because I only create a map for the crypts. So let's call it there.
Because I did not think you guys would be this stupid.
To be fair,
Oh, yeah.
Never underestimate the power of stupidity.
I honestly,
Yes, we are
I-
splitting the party and putting in, going with one of the smaller of the two parties is going with the girl that we just met, that we don't know if we can entirely trust, and who has the dark lightsaber. So, recipe for success.
I'm also surprised at this, but let's do it. I'm gonna stop the recording and let's meet again